So what I want to know is, was it the entities that did this specifically, or is this a chemical, reaction to the mushrooms themselves having an effect on his nervous system?
Hi everyone. Thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here with the amazing psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing today?
I am so looking forward to this one, Mr. Photon. This looks amazing.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a we do this for our members. We do usually like every month we'll do at least one kind of health probe where we have a private membership where they're submitting what they want to see probed. So I have a bunch of things here from our members on part two of this video. In part one, I found this quite interesting. We have several people that really seem to almost like miraculously benefit from ingesting psilocybin, which is, magic mushrooms, for those of you that don't know. So this person is Jim Harris. He was an adventure photographer and he was paralyzed from, I think like a skiing accident or something like that. And he went to a music festival, just not long after, like a month after, 2 months after, or maybe it was like 8 months after, a few months after. And he had some of these magic mushrooms, and suddenly he began to regain his mobility again, like miraculously. So I want to know what's going on there. Is this true? Is this, what's the interaction between the mushrooms? Is there a consciousness expansion going on here? And that's what happened. What was the actual mechanism? So let's tune in to Mr. Harris and ask him
Mm.
what happened when he took those mushrooms. Was it really the mushrooms that gave him the benefit?
Okay, so when I ask him in a mind probe, he doesn't really know.
Okay. All right.
As in, he doesn't know the mechanisms of how and why.
Mm.
Let's ask what happened when you took the mushrooms. Well, he went on a major trip, and then what happened? Uh, oh, and then he saw a lot of different entities and things. And what happened after that? And then he suddenly regained. Did you regain feeling? Yes, when he started coming out of it, he started to regain feeling in his legs.
Hmm. Okay, so what I want to know is, was it the entities that did this specifically, or is this a chemical, reaction to the mushrooms themselves having an effect on his nervous system?
Just the entities that do this. I think it's a combination of different things. I do see that the entities, the healing entities were involved. Now, again, I'll just say, and I said it to our CTT group or somewhere back in there, the praying mantis figure that comes in and does like a surgery when you're under psychedelics, that praying mantis figure is from the dark.
Hmm.
So without having any control or barriers up under psychedelics, that praying mantis is coming in and saying, "Yeah, I'll fix you." But now you are in debt to the dark, so that's not a good thing. Did you
Yeah.
see the praying mantis? Yes, he did. But did you see like the blue L? Yes, he saw a load of helpers coming in to the rescue. Did the praying mantis work on you? A little bit, but who worked on him overall? So I'm asking Mei Wen Ho here, who's our resident health expert panel that we use. She's saying that it was his consciousness that traveled to a place of healing and received that healing and brought it back into the body.
For people that don't know, we've been investigating the blue realm. Some people would refer to them as the entities that appear when you take DMT or ayahuasca or psychedelics. And sometimes the people think they look like elves or Smurfs, machine
Mm.
elves as they're known. So was this blue, did he go to the blue realm?
He went to a level of the blue realm. It's almost like a triage area that his consciousness traveled to, and they assessed him to find out what he needed, is what I'm getting. And then they called in multiple, almost like an emergency room, and they called in multiple realms to come help. because this
Oh,
isn't just a blue realm issue. This is something major.
right. Yeah, this is something absolutely major, So let's pull on the actual consciousness of the mushrooms themselves.
Ooh, okay.
So what was their role in this, if any? Or was this specifically just the entities that were doing this?
Sure. If any. They say we're here to help. Now, as I'm probing them, their consciousness is very small. Okay,
Mhm.
so it's not an extensive, like a human consciousness, obviously.
Mhm.
But, they do believe they're here to help. That is what they said. Do you know exactly what you're helping? No, but that's our job to help humans.
Okay. And so is it like a physiological thing that they're helping with, or is this like energetic or both?
Is it a physiological thing that they're helping with? Or is this energy? It's energy.
Okay. And how does this interact with, for instance, he had a serious issue. Is there an intelligence there that just knows what to do, or is it
Hmm.
directed by the soul to say, hey, I need this done? Or how's that happen for individuals that come in contact with these mushrooms?
So their job, what I'm getting from them, is just to detach the consciousness. That's
Uh,
all they're supposed to do.
okay.
Um, Now, what happens after that? Was it the soul? No, I feel the soul is kind of staying out of it. This all has to do with the fact that his conscious mind consciousness detached and went in search for healing.
He may not have consciously went in. Well, let's ask him. Did he consciously go into this trip with mushrooms asking for healing, or did he not expect it?
Ooh, did you consciously go into this trip asking? No, he just thought he was in for a good night. It was just other people were doing it, right? Other people were doing it. He thought he would try it. He
So,
did them a
so,
long time ago, but he
and so
thought,
it's,
what if I got to lose?
gotcha. Did his unconscious mind ask for the healing?
Oh, did his unconscious mind? Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, it did.
Okay. All right. And is that necessary? Is this either the conscious mind or the unconscious mind has to ask for this type of healing to happen, or can it just happen themselves? Like, do you need to have the intention there at some level?
The intention that has to be there, what I'm getting is I want to live like a normal life. I want to not live like this. It's just a very basic intention. Obviously, knowing the difference between, not being paralyzed and how active he was to the point of being paralyzed. Although he's a fighter anyway. He knew the difference, and if there was a way for him to get back to how he used to be, he was certainly going to try to do that. And so unintentionally, right, the subconscious found a way.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I do believe that was also in his soul contract.
Gotcha. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the next seemingly miraculous recovery. There's reports. This was in a People magazine, and also it came from Frontiers in Neuroscience magazine, which is like a very reputable. They reported that an 80-year-old woman who had advanced Alzheimer's, who could not speak anymore, had a dose of magic mushrooms, and then everything came back. She was speaking, she was remembering things from her past. She was no longer nonverbal. So I don't actually have a picture of her because I think they've kept her identity unnamed, but she's an American Japanese woman who had advanced dementia. I don't know
Hmm.
if you can possibly pull into this person that they're talking about.
I'm sorry, is she still alive?
I don't know because this probably was a few years ago.
Yeah, I don't feel
Mhm.
she's still alive. Okay, so that's good that we can pull her in that way. Okay. Yes, I have her standing here. I knew she wasn't on the earth plane. What would you like to know?
What was her experience when she took it? Since we have her on the other side, what is the experience of having this advanced Alzheimer's? Like how was she feeling before this happened? Or what was she's experiencing?
What were you experiencing with the advanced Alzheimer's? She didn't know anything. It was like I'm staring at things. I don't even know what they are. I can't define them. I can't process them. My brain is not working. It's just basically taking in the visual information and the auditory information, but nothing else was happening. She couldn't process anything.
Okay. And when she had this experience with the magic mushrooms, then what happened there? It seemed like it changed that state.
So again, her consciousness detached, and what happened? And I could be myself again. I was free. Once my consciousness detached, I knew who I was. I knew what was going on around me. And I'm looking at my body thinking, who is this person? That's not me.
Hmm.
I am me. And again, the realms came in and started doing some work on her.
Okay, so the blue realm was involved as well.
Yes. Now, there's another realm also, the silver realm, which we haven't probed too much on at the moment. They seem to be more powerful than the blue.
Hmm. Okay. What is their job if the blue realm is for, physical body stuff and consciousness, physical, consciousness here on the earth plane? What is the silver realm responsible for?
The silver realm is more intensive. It seems to go in on a molecular level. Um, and it's like really almost like reconstructing the molecules, reconstructing atoms, DNA, things like that. And I
Okay.
just want to thank our member who brought the blue realm and the silver realm to our attention. So we thank you so much.
Right. And for those of you that haven't watched our Blue Realm video, which we did not too long ago, a few weeks back, so it's not necessary for you to take psychedelic mushrooms to interact with them. You can do
Mm.
it through breathing practices. You can do it through meditation. We have a specific script that we say for our members that you tap through our CTT. And we meet every Monday morning for CTT, by the way. So our members are very much taking advantage of the Blue Realm and they're getting great results from it. It's free, it's not something that you have to pay for. So it's, a lot of people don't have money to spend on supplements and stuff like that right now. So I think this is even better. So we do that for our members. And go back and watch that Blue Realm video. We encourage you to do that as well.
Mm.
I'll link it maybe at the end of the video. So for this woman, did she have the intention again, consciously or unconsciously, to heal?
And she definitely did not have any intention. Does the subconscious die when, not die, but also stop registering and absorbing and processing yeah, because nothing's getting into the subconscious, right? The subconscious just becomes dormant. It just sort of sits there and, there's no information really traveling back and forth from the subconscious into the conscious mind. Nothing is going on. It seems as if the brain connections have been severed or they have been deadened in some way. So I'm getting no, there wasn't the will to heal from a subconscious or from the conscious mind.
What about
Only,
the, go
sorry,
ahead.
only after the consciousness left, detached from the body, it was like, wait a minute, this is me. I want to be who I used to be. This is not me sitting here.
Wow. That's an interesting idea. So once the consciousness was removed from, her Alzheimer's prison, if you will, then it could look back and say, wait a minute, like this is what's going on here. It was kind of like freed from that for a few seconds to be able to make that decision.
Mm,
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Okay. Well, I think what we're going to do is continue this conversation on the second part of this video. Like I said, we have a lot of requests for different things. We're going to look at the sardine diet, the fad that
Oh,
everybody's talking about right now. We're going to look
oh.
at some different things like a Luminanta sleep device. and a few other things. So if you want to be a member with us, go to Patreon/remote viewing and beyond. We create a lot of content over there for our members. And we also have a forum where we meet on Discord with a lot of like-minded individuals. And of course, we have our CTT, Consciousness Transformation Technique, which we meet every Monday morning. And that's how we know about the Blue Realm. And that's how we use it on a daily basis. So yeah, if you want to find out about all that stuff, we hope to see you on the second part of this video.
Yeah, thank you. This is great. Thanks for putting this together for everyone.
Thank you.